everybody, we are Mike and Brenda Baker, and we are excited that you're here with us today. This is our 7-part series of 7 issues that men deal with in remarriage. And so today's title is When Kids Won't Listen. That's really a problem, isn't it?
Yeah, especially when you dudes think it's just your wife's job. Okay, that was a freebie. That was a bonus. So obviously you're going to be hearing more from me on this. When kids won't listen, look, dads, we come home and the wife looks at us and says, go deal with that child. Not a hello, not an I love you, not a kiss on the cheek. You need to talk to that one, okay? Now, this is the same for marriage and remarriage, although there's some different things to approach. Number one, in a remarriage, there may be mixed kids in there, okay? And the same problem, I don't care whose kids they are, you're gonna have the problem of kids not listening. Problem number one, are you viewing all the kids as your kids? Now, this is something you're gonna hear Brenda and I harp on a lot, because early on, we eliminated the whole stepbrother. We don't have any daughters, so it was all stepbrother stuff. And we eliminated the stepmom, stepdad thing and just said, look, this is the office of mom, this is the office of dad. You guys are all brothers. Mm-hmm. And so if you're at the ex's house and she wants you to call her, 14th boyfriend dad, that's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You don't have to ask me. You don't have to feel bad about it. Just do it, because in that respect, he is the dad in the house, and he's agreed to date, a woman with kids. So, and that just helps eliminate the pettiness. But it's very easy for men and women, but in this case, we're talking about men. It's very easy for you to lean more towards your own kids. So you're having trouble with the other kids not listening. Are you viewing them as the other kids? Is that the first thing that pops into your mind? Is that kid of hers or that kid of theirs or whatever? Okay, you're setting improper boundaries, all right? If you can't look at that kid as your own, I'll be perfectly straight up with you. You probably should have really thought about it before you got married then. If you can't accept other kids, I'm not saying divorce again. I'm not saying, because our goal, our mantra is for your remarriage to be your last marriage. Okay, you got married, and I'm sorry, you agreed to take those kids as your own, and you just need to step up, all right? Just step up. Those kids need you. They also need their real parents, but they need you, all right? You're in their life. Be as positive and as much a light as you can be for those kids. Okay, because you don't know what seed you will plant as a step-parent as well. So you view all the kids as your kids, because that can be a huge issue as to whether they're listening or not. Also, are you blaming the ex-spouse too much? Oh my goodness, have we seen this? And we've done it. I'll be the first to admit it. Well, if they would just quit being like their mother or their father, this wouldn't be an issue. Or if they would get out of their ear. Or if they, you know what? They don't live in your house. All right? It's your house. Yeah, you're going to have some problems, correct? Coming from another household. There's going to be issues. Your ex is going to do stuff that ticks you off. She's going to say things, he or she is going to say things to the kids, and you're just like, oh my God. And it doesn't matter. Your house, your rules, okay? That stuff needs to stop at the door. Are you blaming the ex-spouse too much? Okay, how about this? How about you quit blaming the ex-spouse?
Yeah.
How about you just deal with the issues that are there? But Mike, you don't know my ex-spouse. No, I don't need to know your ex-spouse to know. It's your house. Did you hear that? Your house, your rules. Don't be afraid to enforce them.
Not to say that your ex-spouse isn't influencing the kids in one way or the other. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about,
what you can do.
Yeah, how you can help your kids to overcome the situation that they have and to overcome bad genes, because really we all have some bad genes within us. My dad was a very, very he had a very difficult time letting people in, but he also was extremely stubborn. Well, those are my bad genes that I've had to deal with now for, I'm not going to say how many years because I don't want to. But, so we all have to learn how to overcome things. That's not what we're, it's more than that. It's you can help your children and your stepchildren to be the best that they can be by being the best you can be as well as a parent.
And let me just put on top of that, bad genes, not an excuse for bad behavior. Okay, what's the difference with bad genes? Really, you have a choice. Okay, sure, I've seen things in my boys that I know were genetic because I had stopped doing those things long before the boys were born. But I see them do things that it's like exact same motions and everything. It was my choice to stop doing those things, and now it's their choice to stop or continue. It's up to them. But so yeah, everybody's got their bad genes, and I totally agree. But remember, it is a choice.
Yeah.
All right, and don't be that guy. Don't be the guy who's going to blame your ex for everything. Your kids need to see you, both your kids and your stepkids need to see you take ownership of the things you do wrong. They need to see you take ownership in your household. Your household. All right?
If there's some apologies to be made, you as a dad need to step up and do it, because hello, we all make mistakes. And the more that our children see us modeling what we want to see in them, the more that they will do it, because they see us doing it too, right?
Absolutely. So, which brings us into point 3. Are you teaching the kids to listen? Now, this is not just a remarriage thing. This is a marriage thing also, okay? There's some different dynamics between the two, but still a similar problem with similar answers. So, are you threatening repeating? What does that mean? It means that all you ever do is tell them to stop, and you never do anything about it. You always tell them that you're going to do this, and then you don't. Or you do it, and then you waffle. Or, you're grounded for a month or 2 months, or until you can date. All right. So we overdo it to make up for it. And, what are you teaching them? Okay. If your kids are consistently not listening, take a look at what you're doing. Are you following through? Follow through is huge. Are you following through? Are you carrying through with what you said was going to happen? And are you doing it right away? Or are you taking 8 times to do it? Because if your kid doesn't listen for all 8 times, that's your fault. Because you taught them that there's at least 8 times there that they don't have to do anything that you say, because you're not going to do anything about it. All right? And that's what the repeating part comes in, is they know that you're just going to keep telling them. That's why when your face turns, they know, oh, okay, now I got to listen. Now I got to stop doing what I'm doing. And then it kind of goes back to the viewing all your kids as your kids. Different standards. Do you have different standards for each one of the kids? Really? Okay. Now, raising our boys, we had one standard, and we met the standard. Okay, we didn't waffle on it. The standard was here, and we didn't go, okay, today the standard's here, and you can be here. Okay, the standard was always here, and you've got to teach the kids how to meet the standard. Don't just expect them to meet it without any training. Give them some training, let them fail, and we'll talk about that in a couple other videos too. Let them fail. Let them see you fail. It's okay. Nobody's going to die.
Now, when Mike talks about this, he's not saying you need to be expecting perfection. They're children.
Yeah.
Are you perfect? Of course you're not. All right. So we're not talking about perfection when it comes to how your kids need to behave. Mm-hmm. However, the way that you expect things to happen, if you, like Mike was talking about, if you by your actions tell your kids that they don't have to listen to you the first time, they're not going to. Yeah. And so as the dad, as the leader of the household, you really have to make sure that what you're doing is very purposeful with your kids. So if your kids aren't listening, it's because you're not expecting it.
Yeah, because you've trained them to not listen.
Exactly.
So I think we're good on when kids don't listen.
So that concludes our episode today. Thank you again for being with us today. We hope that this helped you. And if you're a lady watching this, just understand that there's a lot of points here that can really help you to help your man to be the best he can be as you're being the best you can be. That's really our goal here, is to help you just be the best that you can and have the best remarriage that you can. Because that's really, you've already had a bad marriage. That's what got you here. Why not do things in such a way that it's much more positive and healthy and happy for everyone involved? We hope that this helped you. If you have any questions or comments, please comment below. If you'd like to share this episode, we'd love that as well. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye.